Okay, we are live and excited to give you a few ideas. It's been a couple days since I went live, but I speak to typically, I don't know, at least a few new companies every day. So our customer base is between 1 and 500 employees in every industry, B2B, B2C. And what I'm starting to notice is, of course, this has been a market where a lot of people are falling behind in the creation of their sales qualified leads. Yet at the same time, I'm still seeing a lot of hesitation to try new things. Well, we all know if your email campaigns aren't working, you're going to have to just don't have to shelf them, but you'll have to step aside and try the next thing and try the next thing and try the next thing, especially for our type of customers, which are under 500 employees. They're still maybe trying to find product market fit, or maybe they found product market fit, but they haven't scaled a sales motion that has repeatable lead flow. So they're still aching for repeatable sales qualified leads. I'm going to show you exactly what we're doing as an example as a business right now on LinkedIn. But I want you to think about the fact that I am constantly experimenting. How do I create sales qualified leads every single day? No excuses. Certain campaigns, I might do a live event, or I get referrals, or our channel partners bring us deals, or our customers bring us a deal. But if I'm falling behind, I still have to come up with that delta. And I'm talking to marketing leaders, I'm talking to sales leaders, and there's still a lot of hesitation. Like, here's some things that we're thinking about doing maybe next quarter. Like, what are you talking about next quarter? You don't have room to do this next quarter. You have to fill the pipeline today because your sales cycle is 60 days, 90 days, 120 days. The SQLs that you create today, the sales qualified leads you create on May 1, if you have a 90-day sales cycle, you're not closing those till the end of the summer, till August. And then if you don't get going until August, you're not closing those maybe till the end of the year. Now all of a sudden, your self-sourcing qualified gap starts to fall apart. You won't have enough to sustain for the end of the year. So with that, I am going to share my screen. And I know for those of you on Instagram, you won't be able to see this, but I'm going to share my screen. And we use a tool called Expandy. We use a tool called Expandy to do this for dozens and dozens of founders and chief revenue officers and chief marketing officers. We become them. We help them run campaigns. Campaigns such as reverse engineering their happy customers and looking for where people moved. That's called the sphere of influence. Or new executive job changes. When they take new jobs, how do they get there first in the first 100 days? But as an example, when I go into campaigns, I'm experimenting. And if for those of you on Instagram, you'd be able to see I'm running campaigns all the time. I'm running campaigns such as doing a live event. I just came back a few weeks ago from Salt Lake City, brought 30 founders for dinner. A few of those founders became customers. Now I'm doing another event where I've taken founders who have been mentioned in the news on LinkedIn. I'm inviting them to be a guest on my podcast. By being a guest on a podcast, I now have created a free sales qualified lead, an opportunity for a conversation with a founder, my ideal customer profile, bring them onto a call, develop a relationship, do a podcast, give value to them where they can shine their light out into the market. And then I'm giving them permission to take a meeting into another meeting. So say at the end of the podcast, why don't we have a call afterwards to talk about how we might be able to help you? I'm trying to acquire talent as we're growing our account managers. I'm using LinkedIn for those of you in sales or as a CEO trying to grow through talent acquisition. You can do this at scale. I'm, as an example, using it to invite those to webinars to start at the top of the funnel and build up marketing qualified leads and new relationships. So there's so much experimentation. The purpose of what I wanted to show you is look at all these different campaigns running every day, every week, trying to drive opportunity. Can't make excuses. I have to experiment. You have to be willing to come up with multiple campaigns every month and see what sticks. What's worked for us, doing live events, doing a monthly virtual event, running weekly podcasts and having those invites. Now I've got founders that I'm meeting physically, shaking hands and developing relationships. I have education on webinars where I'm setting the tone for new ideas. I'm getting physical FaceTime on my podcast with founders, developing relationships. I'm meeting people brand new to their job, new chief revenue officers and new chief marketing officers as they're brand new to their job, doing that early, planting the seeds of inception. So I'm doing all of these at the same time. And yes, certain weeks or certain months, I might have a cohort of those create more sales qualified leads than others. But the goal is to fill the cup every single month. And so my message to you is you're going to have to experiment using your sellers as leverage points to go out in the market and engage people at scale. Some campaigns will work and some campaigns won't. And you won't know that until you try. But if you don't try, you won't score. It's the Wayne Gretzky analogy. You score 0% of the shots you don't take. And you have to be willing to run multiple campaigns and help your sellers self-source new opportunities at scale. Otherwise, you're back to your old tricks. Email marketing's not working. You're spending way more in paid media than you ever thought you were supposed to try to get you leads. And you're sitting there wondering, how am I falling behind quota? So I hope that this message resonates with you, and have a great day. Thanks a lot.